welcome to a new week, and I hope that everyone has a great start to a new week and they accomplish all their goals. What I decided to do is drop a video every Monday talking about women's topics that mostly includes health and wellness, and anything that has to do with the women's community. Um, but first, let me explain who I am. My name is Jolly. I am the creator of her.ceo. It's a wellness and personal development blog that dedicates to women prioritizing themselves first, basically putting themselves first. It started actually a year ago today. Today marks 1 year that my blog was released. It started with my own journey. I've been working in the restaurant industry for like about almost 8 years. And throughout those years, I was just, trying to gain experience, move up the ladder and really get my career going. That I didn't realize that I was burning myself out. I finally burned myself out, and I started having a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety attacks, and not only that, but I was in the hospital several times, and the doctor, I'm anemic. Let me just throw that out there. So I'm also anemic. And the last hospital this visit, the doctor kind of gave me like a wake up call. And that really changed how I view everything in my life. I really had to do a double take on where my life was going at that time, and I had to change in order if I don't want to continue on doing this. So I did. I actually ended up quitting my job and kind of like just falling back a little bit and just focusing more on myself a little bit. Um, so I started this blog because I started discovering like my own journey, but also I knew that other women was going through the same thing in a way. I didn't know, but I just felt it. So, and I had to learn how to treat myself again. I also, not only that, but I also had to learn how to like find myself again, because I actually lost myself in my field. And what I noticed that a lot of women tend to lose themselves in their field, in their career, because us women, we do have a lot of responsibilities. We do have like family, we have careers, and all that other stuff. So we tend to neglect ourselves because we tend to put others and things before ourselves. And what I learned in the 1 year that I've been going through the self-care development is that to be successful, you have to put yourself first. First is you have to prioritize yourself first. I feel that self-care should not be done out of the blue. A self-care moment can be like going outside, taking a walk, or just reading a book, or just laying down, just not answering your phone call, not answering emails, getting off social media, just being completely on yourself and just focusing on yourself. I think that's very, very important. So I had to learn how to do that, and I just started writing about it. I read a lot, so I started looking for information on topics on how to take care of myself more. So I started educating more on myself, like why is the reasons why you should take care of yourself and you should put yourself first, like mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. I also, during that whole time, I gained a lot of weight. I gained like 30 pounds, um, and I started having frequent anxiety attacks, and it wasn't good. It was just a buildup from all the stress that I was going through, and I didn't like it. So I just went on the self-care journey and just started writing about it. So if someone asks you what is self-care, like how would you answer that? So my definition of self-care is putting yourself first, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. Taking care of your well-being, connecting with your body, and connecting spiritually. I've always been a kind of like a spiritual person, but I've been going on this new spiritual path for for a while now. But I'm like at a whole new level because I'm discovering new meaning. I'm finally starting to get it, the meaning of everything, the meaning of life, the meaning of like karma, and just connecting with Mother Nature more. So I've been doing that a lot, and that's what I think is self care. It's just body kindness, body connections, spiritual connections, knowing yourself, self awareness is very important. To self care. You have to be self aware of your capabilities, and no one will help you get there but yourself. Like, no one has helped me get there. Why? Because you are the only person that knows what's good for you. I mean, some people could give you advice and say what they think is good for you, but only you will know what is good for you. You know, uh, what am I say? So yeah, so that's what I think is self care. And everyone has their own definitions of self care. Is um, one thing that I would say is like, if you going through a phase that you kind of like feel like you burnt out, and you want to step back a little bit, and you're not like 100% sure like where you want to go, you feel burnt out, that's just a sign saying you have to take care of yourself more. And I will say that self-care is not something that you it's not an overnight thing. It's like a process. It takes time to get there. You're gonna learn new things about yourself. You're gonna learn new things, how your body connects, because you also gotta build a relationship with your body. You it's also you also like the body's like is like your body's like trying is like talking to you. It's like wants to send you a message, and you're the only one that knows how it feels, because it's your body. No one else can tell you. So that's what I think. Self-care is spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically. That's what I think. And it's not an overnight thing. And if you're just starting your self-care journey, I say enjoy the process. If you and also like self-care is also like a way of like reinventing yourself. um you're discovering like new if you're discovering like new ways, new outlets of yourself. So when you practice self-care, you're discovering what you're capable of. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like what you're capable of. That's self-care a lot. um what else? Yeah, that's the process. I believe that every woman should prioritize themselves first, no matter the cost. Just because, and there's nothing wrong with being a little selfish, because how you answer this question: how can you um help others if you can't help yourself first? How can you give advice to others if you can't do it for yourself first? I always say that always take care of yourself, clear your mind so that you could take care of others. We used to live in a time that you can't be selfish. You gotta like help everybody else. But always put yourself last. No, you gotta put yourself first in order to help other people out. If you can't help yourself out, how are you gonna be able to help someone else? It's kind of like how can you say you love your someone if you can't even love yourself? So you gotta like, if you feel like you're in that pathway, you gotta find it. You gotta like go. You gotta find a way, and you're not gonna get there overnight. It's gonna take some time. If you gotta read books, if you gotta travel, if you gotta I say just try new things. You know what I mean? Be inspired. And you will find it. You'll definitely get there. And don't rush. Don't rush it. The process. You're gonna get there. We all always get there. We always gonna get there. Everybody's just gonna have their own ways, their own path. Some people get there sooner, some people get there a little later, some just take their time. Is your path, and don't rush it, and enjoy the process. That's what self-care is. And so I leave you with this message. And I just really wanted to discuss. I wanted to speak about self-care, and then my personal, my blank, her CEO, that I'm really passionate about. It really started with my journey. Her CEO started with my journey, and is a personal thing for me, because it's something that I'm like, self-care, wellness, and health is something that I'm learning even now. Like, I'm learning new things. I'm reading a lot of books. I'm seeing a lot of documentaries and stuff like that. I'm gonna put a few book recommendations, and about, if you're interested as well in that area. And yeah, so every Monday night I'm gonna drop a video on my channel, her CEO, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.